This is Super Yacht News with Sisman.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. So we've got an update on the yacht in Greece that started to sink when the vessel apparently left the door open. Well, it's not apparently anymore. In yesterday's video, we said that reported stories in the local media had said that the crew, so somebody had said that the crew had forgotten to close a door. Now we can now confirm that that is the case because we've got new video footage to show you about that. If you didn't see yesterday's video, a 47-meter super yacht built by the Italian Sea Group started sinking when the tender door on the starboard side was left open. Now, we still cannot confirm if the vessel was underway or was at anchor. There was comments about the weather turning and getting rough, and then they started to take on water. Now, we still don't know if they were underway. The reports are saying that they forgot to close the door. It seems to suggest that they were moving with that door open, which is something that you wouldn't normally do. Now, if they did indeed forget to close the door, then that obviously would be the reason why. Unlikely that you would leave a door open. Also, on a vessel this size, we can't confirm on this particular yacht, but we've looked at other vessels built by Admiral at the same size, that the Maxima 47, I think it's called. And we've seen photos of the bridge and the engine room, and it shows that they have CCTV in those areas. Now, some of the photographs that we've got here from the Admiral website, which is the company that built the yacht, they show some interior shots, and we can see what appears to be CCTV cameras. So it would suggest that the bridge and the engine room had cameras they would have had cameras on those open doors. I would imagine that's what you normally do. You have cameras on any doors that are open to the outside, and that way you can instantly see if they're closed and secured. Also, you'd have lights on the bridge to tell you that all of your external doors are closed as well. How for them to miss that as well would be quite something, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll go to the footage, and we've also got what's called a GA, a general arrangement of the actual yacht that started to sink. We'll show you the video, and then we'll go into a little bit more detail about what happened. All right, so we start on the port side. We can see the yacht. We can see the bulbous bow of the yacht is out of the water, obviously because it's partially sunk from the stern. Now, there's no audio to this video, by the way. Now, if we go round to the starboard side, now we get to see that the vessel has got two lines holding it to the shore, and more importantly, you can now see that the tender garage door on the starboard side is still open. It's still in the open position, and that's because they couldn't get to the controls to close that door once the compartment filled with water. There are local controls only that you cannot close these from the bridge. You can only close them locally, so that's why the door is still open. Now, if we play the video, we can see some footage from earlier when the vessel was still trying to make it to shallow ground. The vessel's got a very heavy list over to starboard there, but the vessel is still moving under its own steam. So that's a good sign. That means that the watertight door between the tender garage and the engine room were closed, because otherwise the engine room would have been flooded. Then we see that there was a sailing vessel, obviously motor assisted vessel, was giving the yacht a tow at some point. We don't know at this point if the vessel's still using its own engines, but that sailing vessel is towing the yacht to shallow ground. Now we're going to switch over to our general arrangement. This is what shipyards make when they build a vessel. If we zoom in on the lower deck, this is the deck that had the flooding. Now, first of all, there were some questions in the comments about watertight doors. Clearly, this vessel has watertight doors because it didn't completely sink. We can see the watertight compartments separating the vessel here in this GA. I'll point them out on screen. There appears to be 5 watertight compartments. They go from front to back and not up and down, as you might imagine. Now, if we zoom in on the tender garage, which is where the door was apparently left open, we can see the tender in the tender garage. The door would be down here on the starboard side. This is the door that was left open. Then we can see a set of stairs which was going up to the next deck. And then you can see it says engine control room. There is a watertight door there designated by this graphic on the side. And through there, you would go into the engine room. Now, if those doors were open, then you would have the engine room flooded also. And then it's game over in terms of being able to use those engines. So the question is, were those doors left open or were they closed? Now, the bulkhead in front of this one is a fixed bulkhead. It's separate. The engine room is separated from the guest cabins. The only access to those guest cabins would be from the deck above, down those stairs in the middle. So, there's no way that the water can advance any further through the boat from that open tender garage door than the engine room. So this is the picture of the actual tender garage on this yacht. You can see here on the deckhead, you can see what appears to be a CCTV camera, which would have been pointing at that door, most likely. On the right-hand side, you can see an opening here that's going out onto the stern. And then on the left-hand side, you can see this, what appears to be the watertight door there, and that is leading into the engine control room. Now here we've got an engine space, which is, I believe, is under the engine room. This is another space. And you can see the door that's been outlined there. That is a watertight door, but it appears to be a hinged watertight door. Now, we're not entirely sure if that door is a hydraulic or electrically closed door or a manual door. Now, if that is a manual door, that means that people would physically have to go there and close that door by hand, which I don't think they've ever seen on a yacht. Now, to the right-hand side of that door, there is a control unit there, which suggests it might be a unit that closes that door automatically. See, generally, you can close all the watertight doors from the bridge, but I'm not sure how this yacht is set up because it's a very small yacht, under 500 gross tons, and I'm not sure of the requirements that this yacht would need to have, whether it needs to have watertight doors that are able to be closed from the bridge. Right, guys, we've got a feature coming out on Sunday. It is the technical tour of the 50-meter Tankoa My Legacy, which is a $50 million yacht. It's the third video in the series, the final video. Now, when you watch that video, within the video, there is a hidden link to a further video. It's the tender garage and the emergency steering gear and stuff like that, some more technical stuff. When you watch that video, you'll find the link within the video. The only way you can see it is by clicking on that link. You're not going to get a notification through to tell you to watch it. You have to watch this video to find that link. Bit of fun. So yeah, look out for that on Sunday. I think it's coming out at 3 o'clock BST, British Summertime, UK time. All right, guys, if you've got any information for us, especially about this story or any other stories, please be sure to get in touch in the normal fashion. You get us in the email address in the ticker, and we've got Twitter and all those other things, but I prefer it if you email us directly. And yeah, be sure to like this video, very important for the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications. We've just hit 270,000 subscribers, which is, it's a bit of a milestone just because it's a round number. We'd love to get it up to 300,000. We still have 60% of all of our viewers are non-subscribers. So if you're watching this video and if you've seen me before, if you've seen this orange shirt before, then you've been here long enough to really subscribe. So just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah, try and get us up to 300,000. That would be great. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We didn't do any yacht spots in this episode, but we will do them in a future episode to catch up. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.